Welcome to Ascending with Venus Castleberg, a space where we explore the journey of spiritual awakening, expanding your consciousness and raising your frequency to create a whole new world. We'll dive into the possibilities that open up when you choose to follow the whispers and trust your inner knowing. Each episode is designed to guide you in expanding your awareness, tuning into your intuition, and discovering the magic of your life every day. We'll talk about living aligned with your soul's purpose, going beyond limitations, and creating a life and a world worth celebrating. You are here to embrace who you truly are and step into the infinite potential that's waiting for you. Let's ascend together. And now, here is your host, Venus Castleberg.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Bridging Realms. So nice to see you here. And Ascending, of course. So Bridging Realms is the Facebook group and Ascending is the podcast. So if you have not found us on Facebook, please come find us. If you're spiritually gifted and you're wondering how to expand your gifts and how to embrace your gifts and maybe how to even make an extra 1 to 2K with your gifts, then you can join our free Facebook group over there. It's called Bridging Realms. Love to see you. And hello, everyone. Hello, Kimberly. Nice to see you live here. I'm going to put this here for now. We'll put it in the comments as well, but because I always forget my phone number, if you'd like to call in and ask questions today or talk to me about connecting with your future self, you can do so at 202-570-7057. And I know it's really scary to call in, and I might be mean or something, but chances are not. So, hi Renee, hi Danica, hello. Is it Callie? Nice to see you all. Thanks for saying hello. And there's the phone number in the comments, so you can call in and talk to me anytime if you'd like to. But we're going to mix it up a little bit today. One of the things that I typically teach in general, just when I'm teaching, is that you are the most powerful being in your life. There's no one or nothing more powerful than you. There's there might be people in your life that maybe are a little bit farther along the path than you. They're not better than you. They're not higher than you. And that includes me. Like I'm not here to be a guru. I'm just here to share things that I've learned and hopefully they contribute. And if for some reason something I say does not contribute, throw it away. You do not have to buy what I say is real and true for you, because there's nobody that knows what's real and true for you more than you do. And connecting with your future self, well, I'm gonna throw a wrench in it because I thought about hi Bob. I thought about talking or connecting with our past selves or doing a past life regression or something like that, because I'm a hypnotherapist as well, and I could do that. And then I was like, well, no, why don't we connect with our future selves? And then I just wanted to collapse all of that right here and right now and let you know that everything that has ever existed into every lifetime that you've ever lived, past or future will live, is right here, right now. So there is no time. We have bought this lie of time or this construct of time to kind of slow us down into the human experience. But everything is available right here, right now. So you can have access to everything that you've ever wanted to know from yourself, from the universe, from God, from source, from the divine, from Mother Earth, whatever it is that you believe in, you can have access to that infinite knowledge right here from wherever you are right now. And you don't have to wait to have that knowledge. You don't have to wait to have that connection. You don't have to wait to someday when I am my future self, I will be ascended. Notice my play on words there today. it doesn't happen that way. You don't magically become a enlightened being someday. You already are that right now. You have just forgotten that you are already that right now. You've forgotten to connect to that energy and that awareness that we all have. And we can all have it in this moment. It doesn't have to be something that you attain after years and years of study and years of meditation and years of contemplation and whatever it is, right? Years and years of good service. You're not going to earn your right to be an evolved being. You already are an evolved being right here, right now. So I know this isn't quite, something that people talk about, and maybe you've heard it before, maybe you haven't heard it before, but I know that it's really easy to get into this like, well, someday or next year or like someday I'll have all the information and access to my higher self, and you don't have to wait for someday. You can have it all right now. Hi, Christina. Welcome. So nice to see you all here. Thanks for saying hello. That's awesome. And yeah, so some of you did send in questions. We will definitely get to some questions after this visualization, but I really wanted to kind of start off today with this way of connecting with your future self, but I'm actually just going to say your true self because it's not in the future, and you don't need to go into the past, do a past life regression to find the cause of what's going on in your life. You can literally just tap into your true self here and now. And I may be saying that a lot today, but I know that that's the one piece that we forget a lot is, and I do too, get into the regrets of yesterday or the concerns or worries about tomorrow instead of how can I be present right here and right now and tap into what I already know. And I don't need somebody else to tell me what I know. I already know it. So for those of you who did send in questions, I will still give you information on those questions after this meditation. However, I'm also going to challenge you to take your questions to your future true self. Let's just call it true self because it's not future. It's not someday. Hello, Eileen. Welcome. So bear with me. I'm a little under the weather, but I can still be here with you, and I'm happy that you could all join me. Send me good energy today. And let's dive in. So if you're driving, please don't close your eyes, but otherwise you can close your eyes. Breathe in, exhale out. Breathe in, exhale out. Breathe in, exhale out. Feel your feet connect to the earth. Feel your feet, your energy connect to the ground beneath you. Relax your shoulders. Relax your body. Breathe in, exhale out. Feel your whole body from the crown of your head to the tips of your toes. Just relax. Allow yourself to just arrive in this present moment. And all of the thoughts and feelings and concerns, or maybe even questions that you came with today, allowing yourself to relax. Be here now. Let any thoughts that come into your mind just float by like clouds in the big blue sky of your mind. Letting go of the need to be anywhere else but right here, right now. Letting go of the regrets of yesterday. Breathe in, exhale out. And letting go of the worries of tomorrow. Breathe in, exhale out. Utilizing every exhale, whether consciously or unconsciously, to just let stuff go. Let go of the need to get it right. Let go of the need to figure it all out. Breathe in, exhale out. Let go of the formula. The formula that if I do this and this, then my whole life will work out. What if your whole life was already working out right now? It may not look the way that you expected it to, but it is working out. There's something conspiring for you at this moment in your life, even if you can't see how. Breathe in, exhale out. Breathe in, exhale out. Breathe in, exhale out. As you arrive in this present moment, just observe. Observe your body from the crown of your head to the tips of your fingers and the tips of your toes. What do you know? What are you aware of in your body? What is your body communicating to you? Breathe in, exhale out. Breathe in, exhale out. And would you acknowledge your body as a tool for getting you present in the moment? Even if sometimes it needs to create a cold to do so, or an allergic reaction, or some tension or stress. Every body sensation, every body experience is communicating with us all the time. Maybe it's telling you about the person that lives next door to you who's going through a hard time in their life. And maybe your body is telling you that it would like more water. Or maybe it is telling you something very profound and enlightening and important for you. Breathe in, exhale out. And thanking your body for being a tool to get you present. Have you ever noticed how the softness of the hair of maybe one of your animals, your dog or your cat, and how when you feel that hair, that softness, you're present in the moment. There is no future, there is no past, there is only now. Breathe in, exhale out. So let's start this connection with some gratitude for our bodies being that tool of awareness, that tool that shows us something's not quite right, or that tool that is there to celebrate with us. Breathe in, exhale out. Breathe in, exhale out. Breathe in, exhale out. And as you are here in this moment with your body, now become aware of your being, the true self that is you, that is omnipotent, that is infinite, that is powerful, that is all knowing. Breathe in, exhale out. And imagine that you can see your true self, allowing whatever vibration or frequency you need to raise to perceive them with ease. Maybe you feel them, maybe you see them, maybe you just know them. Breathe in, exhale out. Have you ever noticed when you focus on your breath, there is nothing else that it matters, nothing else that exists? Breathe in, exhale out. And what does your true self look like? Or what do they feel like? What sort of energy do they emit? What frequency do they vibrate at? Do you feel calm in their presence, loved, appreciated, acknowledged, seen, valued, hoped for, empowered? Just notice, how does it make you feel to be near them? Breathe in, exhale out. Maybe you have a burning question, a question that you've been wanting to ask, and you've been looking for somebody else to answer it for you. Take that question and ask your true self that question now. Breathe in, exhale out. Exhale out. Questions have you always wondered? What questions do you have? Ask for clarity, ask for guidance, ask for understanding, ask for knowing. If you don't have a specific question, you can ask your true self, what would you like me to know right now? Breathe in, exhale out. And whatever they're telling you, you notice on some level, you already knew this. You already had this awareness. You just forgot. Breathe in, exhale out. Maybe you felt lost lately or unclear. You can ask them, am I on the best path for me? Is there something in my life I need to let go of? Is there something in my life that would serve me to let it go? What energy does our future hold? It's not about the details as much as it's about the energy and the feeling that you experience. Perhaps you will be very fulfilled with the work that you do and wonder how on earth you get paid to do what you do. Or perhaps you will manifest and actualize some grand and glorious relationships and partnerships and friendships. Breathe in, exhale. Allow yourself to just connect to whatever wisdom your true self holds for you. all while breathing in and exhaling out. Let yourself come to an understanding with yourself. Breathe in, exhale out. Your true self also holds a gift for you, something to inspire you, to guide you, to hold you when you feel like you might be alone, feel alone. Breathe in, exhale out. Allow yourself to receive the gift with gratitude, thanking your true self for all of the contribution that it gave you today, thanking it for the gift. Breathe in, exhale out. What is the gift? Is it an energy? Is it a symbol? If it's a symbol, what does the symbol mean for you? What is it showing you? Have you been gifted a crystal ball? Something that will bring clarity of vision and clarity of understanding and clarity of knowledge. Perhaps it's an oversized teddy bear, something to hold on to when you feel alone in the dark corners of your room or of your life, or something else altogether. A gift for you to empower you, to remind you that you are never alone and that everything you are asking for is available to you right now, even if you can't see how, or the outside circumstances seem to bulk against that. Breathe in, exhale out. Allow yourself to take that gift into your heart, knowing that you can draw upon it or use it at whatever time and place you desire it. Whenever you might need it, it is there. And if you have another question for your true self, you can ask your true self that now. Breathe in, exhale out. Breathe in, exhale out. And thanking your true self, allowing yourself to remember everything that this connection brought you, whether cognitive or energetic, it does not matter. Maybe you fell asleep. That's okay. Your subconscious received from your true self anyway. Breathe in, exhale out, allowing yourself to let go of the need and the force. You don't have to force your life. Just allow it. Just allow this present moment. Allow the energy of now. Breathe in, exhale out. Beginning once again to become aware of your body. Aware, maybe rubbing your hands together, your hands on your thighs. Slowly and gently opening your eyes. And as you open your eyes, allow yourself to just be here for a moment with yourself. And we'll take a short break and we'll come right back for any questions you might have and to have a little chat.
Times TV. Imagine becoming a super influencer. Reinvent yourself, invest in your brand, and then manifest your success with a robust spheric approach. Times Media and Broadcasting offers a unique and multifaceted way to become the spiritual and conscious influencer you deserve to be by putting your message across our powerful platform with its proven record of integrity and excellence. Through our produced shows, Times offers the opportunity to become a social media TV personality, a radio show host, an Times magazine columnist, and a syndicated podcaster, all in one shot. By live streaming your show on Times TV and broadcasting it across the extensive Times radio and TV networks, you become more than a host. You become an ambassador and a force for positive change. Times. Open yourself to the possibilities.
If I could be you, and you could be me for just 1 hour. If we could find a way to get inside each other's minds. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. Well, before you abuse, criticize, and accuse, walk a mile in my shoes.
Welcome forward, everyone. How was that for you? If you want to comment, share any experiences in the comments. You can also call in and talk to me, 202-570-7057. And we can talk about your experience and maybe any questions that might have come up out of that exercise. I'm happy to talk to anyone that calls in. But yeah, isn't it cool that you don't need somebody else to give you answers or tell you what to do? You can actually find what you need for you, what works for you. And it's just so easy. It's become so easy in this day and age, even I'd say, a lot of people, you read a book and you just take it that's the truth, right? Instead of asking a question and being like, is that actually true for me? In Access Consciousness, we talk a lot about heavy and light, right? If it's heavy, it's a lie for you. If it's light for you, it's true for you. Carol says comforting and peaceful. Awesome. Love that. So what if we, somebody actually like says something and it's heavy for you? You didn't buy it just because they said it. Even if they're a teacher or somebody who's had years and years of experience, it doesn't mean that that's actually true for you. And what if you could just constantly be tuning into your true self and being like, okay, I'm going to trust me and not have to trust everyone else. Cool. Well, right. I think it's the same as, so you might not be the only one. If you feel like maybe that didn't work for you, chances are your conscious mind had to get out of the way. So you might have felt yourself dozing or like you weren't able to focus because your conscious mind had to get out of the way a little bit. But this is recorded and it'll be pinned to the top of our group. So I highly recommend going through it again and again. The more you practice anything, the stronger you'll get at it. So I just say practice. And it does. With meditation, visualization, it does take practice. It does take time because we tend to want the instant, like we should have this all figured out and it should all be working magically. And we should be able to do it 100% right all the time. And I'm going to tell you, I did not get here by doing it once. I've done it thousands of times, right? So visualize, meditate, take time for yourself. Meditation doesn't have to be you sitting on a pillow for 2 hours. Although I did that for 5 years as well, right? You can do that, but you can meditate while walking in the woods or baking or, there's lots of different ways that you can get into that Zen space that you maybe aren't able to get into because you're so busy in your everyday life, right? But taking time for you, at least an hour a day and 1 day a week, can change anything. So I have millions of questions, Jade says. Yeah, yes, but I was listening and I swear I heard a conversation around you. Am I the only one? Yep, cool. That's awesome. Yep, conscious. And oh my goodness, man, did I used to have a noisy brain. Noisy. I was always in my head about things and overthinking things and, judging myself and not looking to make myself right so I wouldn't be wrong. And like years and years and years, most of my life doing that. And then years and years and years trying to undo that. And I still have moments where my conscious mind runs a lot and gets in the way. So I don't know about the conversation around me, but maybe it wasn't a conversation around me. It was a conversation you were having with you, but not consciously. It's a possibility, right? Just something to actually like, was that actually someone else talking or was that me talking to me? Worth asking the question about. And then again, whatever's light is what's true for you, and whatever's heavy is a lie for you. So, yeah, please, more comments. How was that for you? Questions, anything you got, you can call in 202-750-570-7057. Whoops, it's in the comments. But in the meantime, I do have a couple of questions that were sent in. So one gal asked, what questions can I ask my future self or your true self, right? We talked about that a little in the beginning, but anything. You can ask yourself anything. You are an infinite being and you're tapped into the stream of consciousness that everybody is tapped into, and you can ask yourself anything. You don't have to wait for the clouds to part, the angels to sing, and for you to get this like download of information from this higher realm. You can actually just ask your true self, and you can ask it about anything. Something's coming up for you. You're having some physical stuff. You're like, I had some physical stuff and I just kept asking questions. I wasn't really sure what was going on. And I kept asking questions. And then finally I just got the whisper or the knowledge to go get a test done, to get the whole testing done. Turns out I'm actually dramatically allergic to eggs, but I had no idea, right? I had no idea I was allergic to eggs, and I ate eggs a lot. Eggs are in a lot. I had eggs for breakfast every day, and then eggs are like in baked goods and whatever. And I'm allergic to some other things too, but that was the big one I didn't know that. So sometimes too, when you're asking these questions of your true self, you might get a download of information right then. You might get it like instant and have this knowing right away, or it might be something that your true self gets to you a different way, and it's just a whisper. And I highly recommend trusting the whispers and following the whispers, because the whispers really are your true self kind of guiding you on this path that you've asked to be on, this path that you've been seeking for or searching for. Your true self knows, right? And your true self will tell you, well, maybe take a different route home today, even though you usually go the same route all the time. But then that particular day, there's a major accident on that road. And if you follow the whispers, you miss it, just as an example. There's all sorts of ways that your true self will speak to you, especially now that you're willing to maybe listen a little bit closer and do that visualization over and over and over again, and just see how much more you fine tune that way of listening, right? Cool. And then the other question that she asked was, if I were to start anew, fresh from a different space, what path to take? Well, that, my dear, is going to have to be the question that you ask your true self, because I can't tell you what path to take, but you can definitely ask your true self what path to take and which direction to go. And it may surprise you. You may be led in ways that you didn't expect. I had some huge changes the last 2 years for myself personally. And I know that it was the change I was asking for, but man, was it showing up in a way I didn't expect. So I highly recommend just being in that practice listening, practice communicating, practice connecting, practice spending time with yourself, just being in the forest, being in the woods with just you and your true self. See what shows up. I've always had a hard time staying awake. Yep, I fall in and out of sleep. Absolutely. That is not uncommon, honey. And that's, again, it's practice. But if you fall asleep during anything, whether you're getting your bars run or you're in some sort of treatment or therapy, massage, or you're in meditation, that is almost always, and follow your own knowing. If it doesn't ring true for you, throw it away. But it's almost always my understanding that the cognitive mind has to get out of the way, because our mind is just overthinking and overanalyzing everything way too much. And we just need to get out of the way so that the subconscious and our true selves can actually connect and get into communion. So I do actually have a question. When I was little, it came so easy, but now through trauma, I feel blocked. How do I relax enough to listen? Yeah, awesome. And that actually piggybacks on another question I had somebody else ask about being blocked. Well, ask this question. Truth, are you really blocked, or is it just a timing thing? I know for me that there have been times when it seemed very quiet, and it seemed it seemed like, where did all my spiritual team go? And, where's my higher self, true self? What happened to everybody? But what I found out from talking to them after they had been gone or quiet for a little while was that I was going through such a big shift energetically and vibrationally that the frequency that I was vibrating at was changing. And when the frequency that you vibrate at is changing, they have to then vibrate at a different frequency so that they can connect to you at that frequency. So sometimes trauma or something like that can, it doesn't block you, but it just has you vibrating at a different frequency. So what if it's just that you're going through a change and it's not that you're necessarily blocked? A question to ask. And then just ask yourself, truth, am I blocked, or am I actually just vibrating in a different frequency or in going through a change, right? So I like to share stories. It's like the best way I can contribute to you sometimes. So when I first became a clairvoyant medium, I could see my spirit guides and I could see ghosts and entities. And I didn't actually, when I did that, I actually didn't, it was new, right? I had never communicated to my spiritual team before or seen them. But the first spirit guide that I became aware of was Gabriel. So Archangel Gabriel, most people know, also known as Gabrielle, depending on whatever, right? But I was going through a huge change, right? Because I had just quit partying, quit doing drugs and alcohol and dancing, and let go of all my friends. And then I became a clairvoyant medium. And I didn't really have like a really solid mentor or teacher at that time either, which is why I do what I do for people who are opening and going through their spiritual awakening, just to help ease you through the transition. But anyway, Gabriel was there for that huge change in my life. And he was he was a dominant energy, just constantly there. I felt very supported, very held, and then he came to me one day, weeks or months later, after going through this, actually, no, years later, because it took me 3 years to kind of embrace the gift. And at the end of the 3 years, he says, okay, I'm going to go now. And I was like, well, wait, where are you going to go? He's like, don't worry, I can be here if you need me. But my task here is done. What I have since learned, because years later, I'm going through a major shift again. I getting a divorce and going through all that stuff. And guess who shows up? Gabriel. So I found out that Gabriel came around when I was going through really big changes in my life. But then when those changes were complete, he moved on to do something else. And then he would come back for other big changes. So I think that's all of it, right? The ebb and flow of life, this constant like connecting and then disconnecting. And then when you raise your frequency or you become a different state, let's say divorced, you have a different energy, married, you're a different energy, right? Then everything changes. But we tend to think that because of the way we were connected before was the way that we should always be connected, instead of realizing that as we change, our connections change. They also feel different. They look different. They're just different. So just having that allowance for yourself as you're going through changes, that when the time is right for you to open back up or to see things differently or to have a different experience, it will happen. It's just a matter of when's the time, right? So does sight change over time instead of being blocked because I used to see spirits? Absolutely. Hi, Ron. So Danica, yes. So a great question. This is how it happened for me. So when I first became a clairvoyant medium, I could see them. I couldn't hear them. I actually made it very, very adamantly, like, you cannot talk to me. I'm not going to be a crazy lady talking to spirits. But you also have a switch, and you can turn it on and you can turn it off. And so if something happens and you turn it off and you want to turn it back on, you can turn it back on. You just ask to turn it back on, or you just turn it back on. So I had a friend who could like have full conversations with her spiritual team. Really cool. She's like, they would say this and I would say this, and they like full dialogue. Like you and I, well, we're not really talking at the moment, but kind of, right? So, but like you would with your best friend, you just sit in a room and you just talk and you just, right? And she'd have this with her spiritual team. And I was like, wow, that is so cool. And then she thought being able to see was so cool. And so she said, well, I'd really like to be able to see. And I said, awesome, just ask for it. And then she started to see, and then she shut it off because she was like, oh, I don't want to see. Kind of freaked her out. So she shut it off. So it really is that easy. We don't have to make it as difficult as we do. And that's true of everything in life. Nothing in life has to be difficult. It's only difficult because we make it difficult. And you really can have a life of ease and joy if you choose it. And yeah, if you turned it off for some reason, you can just turn it back on. Just be like, okay. But be mindful of what you're asking for, because like my friend, she said she wanted to see, and then she started seeing, and she's like, yeah, I don't really want to see. So what did they say? Be careful what you wish for. Yeah. Dianca it's the same. Danica, I think it's Danica. Sorry. So it's the same thing. If you're asking for it and you really desire it, it will come. But you also won't ever be given anything that you can't handle. So if for some reason, like me, I couldn't have handled them talking to me at that time, can I communicate with spirit? Yes. It's not like dialogue as much as what's happened now is it's just come to like, what do I know? They just give me a knowing. So the communication and the awareness of spirits has changed over time for me as well. Also, when I first became like a clairvoyant medium, and then I resisted it for 3 years. And then when I was like, okay, I accept this gift, it kind of felt like it went away. Like they were so loud and in my face for so long. And then when I finally was like, okay, I was given this gift for a reason, whatever, then it was like they all went away. So that can also happen. And then, now again, it comes and it goes, but I just don't make it mean something when it's not super present in my life. And I don't make it mean something when it is super present in my life. You're not wrong if it's not super present. Things are changing. The world's changing. The world's really going through a shift right now. So as we are all shifting, everything, every experience, everything that is going on in the world is shifting. So just trying to be patient with yourself and with kind of how things are happening, because it will change, and it can get easier and it can get stronger and you can get better, but it's just being okay with whatever it's doing right now. Because right now is all we have. So tomorrow's not guaranteed and yesterday is gone. So what can we be right now, and how can we enjoy the moments right now and not be in this like longing for things to be different? Because when you're longing for things to be different, you're either in your past or your future instead of present right now. There's so much magic and there's so much beauty right here and right now. And we don't have to be looking somewhere else for it. So hopefully that helped. Thank you for those of you who chimed in with your questions. I super love questions. And if anybody's daring enough to call me someday, it would be awesome to talk to some people on the phone. But you don't have to. I know it's very threatening to talk to somebody real time. I'm just teasing, poking. But yeah, I really hope that was a contribution for all of you, connecting with your true self. Again, I would highly recommend doing that multiple times. If you just spent a little bit of time with your true self every day, and all the things that you've been seeking for or looking outside of yourself for answers for, what if you could just have them right now and have them in this moment with yourself? And the real tarot reading that just sent a message, that's not me, and I would delete that. So, but yeah, trust yourself. Don't trust me. Don't trust somebody else. Trust you. I adore you all. See you next week. Bye.